Hello everyone, Bridget with Altenew. I'm here to give you a closer look at layering the Build a Garden Daffodil Delight bundle of products. Within this bundle, you will find a 6x8 stamp set with 2 large outline images and lots of sentiments. There is a 5-piece stencil set. The stencils included include both simple coloring and layering stencils. On the back of the packaging, you can see an image of the stencils included. You will also receive a mini blending tool. Let's take a look at the inside of the stamp trifold. On the right-hand side, you will see a layering guide, which shows you step by step and stencil by stencil how to complete the image with the colors listed. In the center, you see 4 card examples with the colors listed, and on the left, you see A2 sized samples. We're going to begin with the first stencil, stencil number 1. We'll also have our mini blending tool, and we'll be using Warm Sunshine ink. On the stencils, you will notice that there are sections, so be careful to only apply ink where indicated on the trifold. We are now using Sunray ink for this top daffodil and this bottom daffodil there. We'll move on to stencil number 3. Stencil number 3 includes these openings at the bottom, and we're going to use Sunray ink to add that. If you want to add more depth, come in from the base of the flower and add more color. We're moving on to stencil number 2, and again we're using Warm Sunshine. You could come in from where the leaves and petals meet the flower and go out for a darker look. We'll now add Sunray for the final step on this stencil. Moving to stencil number 3, we're going to introduce the beautiful chamomile for adding layers to our beautiful daffodils. I am adding this a little bit darker. I want to achieve that contrast. Now moving on to stencil number 2, we're going to work on the leaves by adding Minty Mint ink on this section. The detail blending brushes would work amazing with this kit also if you have those. Moving on to stencil number 1, we're going to add the stems with grass field and the leaves with grass field and finish with marigold for the centers. We will then move on to the other floral arrangement with stencil number 4. We will begin with maple yellow ink on the bottom left-hand side. On the top right, we will be using the Morning Frost ink. For our next stencil, stencil number 5, we'll get that adhered into place, and we'll add a little leftover grass field on our stems and wipe that off before adding maple yellow on the flowers. We will then add Pastel Sunrise on the daffodil centers at the bottom. And you can add more ink if you would like to. I was trying to go light in some areas. We're now moving on to stencil number 4. We will begin by adding in some of the beautiful grass field on the stems. We'll move to marigold for flower centers and maple yellow for the flowers at the top. Down on the bottom, we're adding Peach Perfect. And now we will move on to the final stencil, stencil number 5, where we will add marigold for the flower centers. And make sure you wipe this off. I had a little boo-boo there. Not too bad, but make sure you wipe as you go to not mix your colors. Now we're adding maple yellow at the bottom. We will wipe that off, and we will add marigold for the centers there. And then we will finish on the top with Morning Frost. And once that's done, we are complete with our image. Here are some beautiful projects from our amazing designers with this set. If you are curious to find out more about Build a Garden Daffodil Delight or other available products, please visit us at altenew.com.